why the Wisdom Bridge? It all started in 2012. I was just sitting waiting for all Abhyasis to meet me. At that time, my master was still on this mortal world. And seeing one of the Abhyasis who came almost after 3 years, she grew up in front of us. She hailed from Atlanta, and our families mingled. We knew each other so well. I asked her, बेटे तू शादी कब करेगी? बोला अंकल अभी तो टाइम है. बोला how old are you? 28. I say it's already too late. When do you think you will marry? 32, 33, uncle. And when do you think you'll have children? She says, I have not thought of it yet, but maybe 2, 3 years later. Then suddenly this flash occurred in my head, and I asked her the question, whom do you love the most in your family? Her immediate answer, before I could even finish the sentence, she said, my grandma. And I asked her, would your children have grandma left if you have children at the age you are planning? And even if you do have, will she be able to entertain the way your grandma entertained you? Kept you in your lap, sang some songs, had some nice mythological stories of relevance, consoled you at times when parents were angry and parents went away. She was the only one at home looking after you. Why are you robbing your children of having their own grandparents? So that triggered a lot of questions in my head. And then at that time, I had also read something about Amazon forests. Shamans there who had been carrying the traditional knowledge of plants and shrubs and trees and their medical relevance. One such an elderly person dies in a forest means encyclopedia of 10,000 years is gone for good. Because the youngsters, they thrive now more in city, and they don't have the inclination of learning the ancient traditions. So how are we going to connect the ancient wisdom with the new generation if these bridges, grandparents are lost? Once this bridge that connects generations, where the knowledge transfer happens, is broken, then the entire civilization is gone. What is civilization after all? Something that happened and it continues. Right now, there are interruptions. What do you know about your parents? Very little. And grandparents, even little. And your grandchildren, how much will they know about your lifestyle and your grandparents' lifestyle? I doubt even 5% will be transferred. So what happens to this co-created knowledge or civilization? There is a break. And what happens to humanity when this transfer is not linear but interrupted here and there, here and there? So we'll have islands of civilized society here and there. Some families are so great, some families are totally deprived of ancient traditions. Whether we are successful in realizing God or not doesn't matter. But at least some mundane things, simple things are gone. Ask a new college girl just graduated or PhD, how do you make pickles? How do you make papadam? Gone. You can order from Amazon. If you like to call it evolution, you have the freedom to do so. But these are simple examples. But what much more gets lost remains, we don't know what is being lost also. precious traditions, especially. And the things I remember from my childhood when she's reading, consistency is a key factor. And when I used to observe my father waking up every single day, 4:30 in the morning, having finished the shower, he'll go with some grains to the temple, feed some birds and worship, come back home. Again, he'll do some worship, make some sounds, bhajan, kirtan. And with that sound, I wake up every morning. And after that, he would put this All India radio station, bhajan kirtan will come, bhajans will start, what they call Prabhatiya in Gujarati, morning bhajan songs. So that was consistent all throughout my childhood. Not a day passed where this was not going on. It got ingrained, and even till today, it impresses me. Whenever he read something which he found very profound, he would wait for all of us to come home and he said, "Sit down, boys and girls." And then he would read those stories loudly. And then we debate on them. So, do we have those moments today with our children? So, this is a small effort in that direction. And there are many reasons I think, very emotionally sometimes with passion, I have tried to explain why we should marry early. Between 20 and 25, we should put an end to it. Afterward, it's too late. I have given some scientific reasons also, cultural reasons as well. Too late is, after all, too late. I give you another example, which is it's not in this book. But now, after finishing the book, my grandchildren started coming. Right? Even if I had to lift them up today, I can't. My shoulder gives up. It hurts like hell. How am I going to read a story to them? Then you wonder, I wish my son had heard me, listened to me carefully. I used to insist with them, going to college, find a girlfriend and get married. At such, you guys already have girlfriends. Why not have a single track and marry the one with whom you are roaming around? And if you don't, and postpone it till later life, you will be looking at each other with hungry eyes. Why do you want to suffer like that? And what makes you? For almost from the age when you have understood what is the meaning of other sex, starts by 12, 13, 14 perhaps, till you get married, the other sex is always on your mind. And when you are continuously thinking of the other sex for your own pleasure, what happens to you at a psychological level? Think over it. Constantly brooding, study and sex, study and romance. There is nothing else going on in their minds except these two things. So why delay unnecessarily? Some people say, "Oh, I'm not settled and I can't afford another person in my life." What more do you want? The maximum that you're spending is on the room, your rent. You can invite another person, your wife or your husband, in the same room. It's not extra expense. You're having so many friends with whom you go out and spend money for eating. You'll be having at home now and then, so you'll be saving a lot of money.